Let's recap. Remember last video when I forgot to take it off a time lapse and recorded the outro? Anybody want to guess who forgot to take it off a time lapse and recorded the intro? Yeah. Getting ready for the septic tank inspection. A little nervous, mostly because I do not want to give up my working well. We're going to see if we get away with it.
So the inspector's here for the perk test. We're just waiting for the tank to go. Should be any minute now. There it goes. Here it comes! So, he's draining. So we're here this fine morning at the river house, being a little extra quiet. The inspector's here, and they're doing the squirt test right now. And we're actually filling it with the well that we're supposed to fill with concrete in order to pass the test. We're kind of hoping we can sneak it past him. That's sort of what I hired the guy who put in my septic system to take care of. So he's got a reputation for getting things through. Because if I can, I really don't want to lose that well. Only a fool gives up good running water. I mean, not for drinking. We're going to use the other well, but for irrigating. Only a fool gives up good running water. And I'm not a fool, so I'm hoping to sneak that through on this beautiful morning at the river house. So that's what it'll look like, only it'll be underground and yellow. That is the squirt test. So like I said, I'm not even hanging around him because I don't want this guy to start asking me questions. I want him to ask my installer questions. And so that way my installer can say whatever my installer needs to say. And I'm not here to confirm or deny anything. That's the goal anyways. So I'd really like to know what's going on out there. I'm in here. I can't fault him. You know, normally this is something we would do ourselves. This is the only system we've ever had hired out. The only one. But he's in and just blew the thing in. The thing is in one day and they'll have it buttoned up and the grading done today. I certainly can't fault how they work. They've worked super hard. And I've seen the prices and the stuff. He's shown me all the invoices, so I know there's tanks, fittings, infiltrators, everything. We're closing in on $3 grand worth of parts. So yeah, they're going to make a lot of money for what amounts to 2 hard days' work, but they're also earning it. So if he can save that well for me, if he can save that well, money well spent. No pun intended. Well, that's the end of a fine afternoon here at the river house. Septic is in, approved, backfilled, and done. I've just been doing a little hand grading and picking up 2 bucket loads full of rock. I put a little dirt up here and I graded this water tank. I decided my barrels just weren't enough. So here's how the hose hooks up. Alright, she goes in and out and then extra goes into the tank. That was Dad's idea. Seems to work great. It, best I can tell, puts about 3/4 of its water into the tank as it runs. 1/4 down to the trees. I have all the little lines put in. 1/4-inch lines was way too much water, unfortunately. So it meant that it was only really watering the first few. You'd think it'd be the last few, because it'd go down to the bottom and backfill, but only the first few. So I whittled little sticks, stuffed little sticks in there, adjusted them till I got a dribble out of each one. I broke off this limb, beautiful limb on my cherry. I broke it. So they're all in. That's the pomegranate right there. Another apple. I have it watering the maple. I don't have it bothering the laurel or whatever. That was the free stuff that came with these trees I ordered, which do not appear to be Johnny on the spot healthy. But they've now got watered each. There's my plulot, my plums. Yeah, I got a lot of them that aren't super healthy. Kind of, I don't know, upset and or nervous. These are still green over here. The twigs are green on that one. I told myself, God, mosquitoes. I told myself that I was going to come down here, and before the rather flimsy little paper tags were faded to the point of illegibility, I would write down the name of each and every tree. Yeah, well, if wishes were horses. I know that's apple of some sort. I think that's apricot right there. A big prune. Grandma and Grandpa had one like that. I used to climb it. It was huge. Those dusty purple prunes. God, I love those. Yellow inside. Ate them till I got sick. That's the peach. Right there. That's a nectarine. That's a something. So as far as the mail order trees from the Arbor Society or Arbor Foundation, the only ones that are showing any buds is one of the cherries. So you'd think I'd learn not to do those. If they survive, we'll be in it 3 years just before we get any branches at all. Oh well, the other one's got a head start. But yeah. Septic, check, is all done. Done and done. So I can check that off my list, and I can go start running the tour truck without that weight hanging over my head. That's very nice. It's almost 8. I've been here since 10. I'm done. D-O-N-E. I should go show you up above. Got my rocks in order. So the tractor that did the work was a 580 case. I was really impressed with how powerful that machine was. Extend-a-hoe. And he put these rocks here. This is the one that used to sit right here. I'm going to nudge it a little bit more straight. And then that monstrosity, that's the one I broke the tooth off on. That monstrosity sat over there. But yeah, I know it took up a little bit of parking, but the thought of putting a trailer tire through one of those covers would be pretty disheartening. So there's the main side where the siphon system is. That's the filter housing right there. there is a third one, an access panel somewhere right in here that I don't need to get into. And then this is the cap. So when it comes time for us to hook up to it, this is what we dig out and off we go. Wasabi. And he put that road back in about as well as it was in before. I'll come grade it a little bit by hand, or I won't, one of the two. But yeah, overall I was pretty pleased. Bid out at $6,000, put in a day and a half, long day and a half. I saw the parts breakdown, so the parts breakdown plus labor came out to a little more than $6,000. I'll probably end up paying that, sort of like a tip, because I thought he did a good job, and he certainly talked on my behalf to the inspector, so that's cool. It's been a long day. Bottoms up from us here at the River House. Thanks for watching. It's pretty today. Be cooler without mosquitoes, but it's pretty today.